Hello again, folks, and welcome to another episode of The World's Gone Mad, and I'm not far behind. In this video, I'm diving into the case of Lucy Connelly. She's having her court appeal soon against her sentence. Now, she's a British mum and former childminder who's been locked up for, brace yourselves, a tweet. Yes, a tweet. In 2025, in what used to be the land of Magna Carta and free speech, you can now get 2.5 years in the slammer for saying something stupid online. And now she's appealing her sentence, which, quite frankly, is about as surprising as rain in Manchester. So let's unpack this steaming pile of judicial nonsense, shall we? So for those who don't know, Lucy Connelly, a 42-year-old from Northampton, posted a tweet last July after the horrific Southport stabbings, where 3 young girls were murdered by an Islamic terrorist. It was a vile post, no question, calling for arson against asylum hotels or illegal migrant hotels, laced with enough expletives to make a sailor blush. She deleted it within hours, but not before it racked up 310,000 views and a screenshot or two. The police swooped in, and by October, she was sentenced to 31 months for, get this, inciting racial hatred. 31 months for a first-time offender, a mum with a 12-year-old daughter who never so much as jaywalked before, and now her appeal set for this week at the Court of Appeal in London. Good luck to her, I say, because she's going to need it in Starmer's Britain. Now, let's be crystal clear. Connolly's tweet wasn't very nice. It was crass and stupid. Nobody's saying she deserves a medal for eloquence or a guest spot on Thought for the Day, but 2.5 years in prison for words, come off it. This isn't justice. It's a public flogging designed to make the chattering classes feel morally superior while the rest of us gag on the hypocrisy. Meanwhile, actual violent criminals, rioters, muggers, you name it, are strolling out of jail early because apparently there's no room at the inn. But for Lucy, a middle-class mum who said something daft in the moment of rage, I'll throw a book at her, make an example, send a message. And what's the message? Simple. Shut up. Keep your head down, your mouth closed, and your opinions to yourself, especially if they don't align with the approved narrative. Because if you dare step out of line, the full weight of the state will come crushing down on you faster than you can say hate speech. This isn't about protecting society, it's about control. It's about reminding you who's boss. And if you think I'm exaggerating, ask yourself, why is Lucy Connelly still behind bars while people convicted of actual violence during the Southport riots are getting lighter sentences? Suella Braverman called it a politicised two-tier justice system, and it is. Liz Truss demanded her release. Even Kemi Badenoch weighed in, saying Lucy's been unjustly denied temporary leave to see her daughter. So when you've got the Tories and Reform UK types sounding like Amnesty International, you know something's gone seriously wrong. And here's the thing, Lucy's not even allowed a proper chance to rebuild her life. She's been eligible for temporary release since November, a couple of nights a month to hug her kid, support her sick husband, that sort of thing, but the prison bigwigs kept saying no. Why? Apparently because there's too much public and media interest. So here's the translation. She's a convenient scapegoat and they don't want the headlines. Never mind that other inmates, including some who've caused actual harm, are waltzing out on electronic tags. Lucy, though, nah. She's got to stay in her cell, probably next to someone nicknamed Patio Sue, who's in for burying her parents in the back garden. Justice? Pull the other one. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, free speech. I know, it's a dirty phrase these days, like admitting you prefer vinyl to Spotify, but hear me out. Lucy Connelly's tweet didn't incite imminent violence. It didn't meet the legal threshold for imminent lawless action, as they'd say in the United States. Andrew Doyle, that rare voice of sanity, pointed out that her words, however detestable, don't justify this kind of punishment. The judge, Melbourne Inman, claimed she encouraged activity that threatened or endangered life. Really? A tweet that was up for 3 hours, deleted and followed by no actual violence? If that's the standard, half of X would be in handcuffs by now, including me, and a few MPs I could really name. This case isn't just about Lucy Connelly, it's about all of us. It's about what happens when the state decides it can criminalise your thoughts, your words, your momentary lapses in judgment. Today it's Lucy, tomorrow it could be you, it could be me, or your nan for saying something offensive about the wrong group at the wrong time. And don't kid yourselves, this isn't about protecting minorities or stopping riots, it's about power. The power that wants you scared, compliant and preferably silent. That's why Lucy's been made their poster girl for racism, as her husband Ray put it, even though she looked after kids from all backgrounds as a childminder Funny how that bit doesn't make the headlines. So what's the end game here? Lucy's appeal might shave a few months off her sentence if the court decides the judge got it wrong. And her barrister, Adam King, is arguing the offence was miscategorised. But even if she wins, the damage is done. Her family's been torn apart, her daughter's struggling, her husband's battling health issues, and the rest of us are left wondering, when did Britain become the kind of place where a single tweet can ruin your life? George Orwell's looking down right now, shaking his head and muttering, "Told you so." So here's my take. Lucy Connelly did something stupid and she paid for it 1,000 times over. Let her go home. Let her be a mum again. And let's have a proper debate about free speech, incitement, and where the line should be drawn without the thought police banging on your doors. Because if we don't, we're not just locking up Lucy Connelly, we're locking up what's left of our freedom. And there we go. That's my video. Until next time, keep your wits about you, and for heaven's sake, think before you tweet. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and Roger Trout.